My name is Dr. Tushar Mehta. I'm from Canada, and I did my residency there in family medicine. I've also practiced addictions medicine, and I've mostly practiced emergency medicine, or what you call A&E in some countries. I have an interest in international health, and I do work in India and a few other places. And on top of that, I have a strong interest in plant-based diet and health. So when I say plant-based diet and health, you can also say vegan diet and health. And I'm here on behalf of Hina Modi and plantshift.com. I'm going to talk a small video here just about stuff that you not to eat, okay? So, stuff not to eat. Fried foods, not good, okay? Too much oil, not good. Oily foods, not good, okay? A little bit of oil, as I mentioned, canola oil, flaxseed oil, soybean oil, and olive oil. Those have the sort of what we think are the optimal omega-3, omega-6 balances. Maybe there's a disadvantage in sunflower and safflower oil. So, think about that a little bit, but moderate oil. If you're trying to reverse disease, if you're trying to reverse your diabetes and whatnot, improve your diabetes, then you want to go low-fat, plant-based. But for other people, you don't want to extremely restrict yourself in oil and food that's tasty for you, because then sometimes you make your diet too strict and you don't feel good, and you actually could use a little bit of sweets, a little bit of oil, a little bit of junk food is okay, because if you get too super strict, then that's not always good. But in general, refined carbohydrates, sugary foods, and too much fat and fried foods is not a good thing. Okay, some particulars. Okay. Is when you fry food, it creates more trans fats depending on the oil that you use, so that's one of the things you really want to avoid. A little bit of heating oil when you're cooking may not be a big deal, but when you're repeatedly frying something in the same oil, that's when you get a lot of the trans fats. When you're using polyunsaturated fat and you fry a lot. Okay, so that's not so good. Fruit juices, okay? Fruit juice contains as much sugar as a drink like Coca-Cola or Pepsi or whatever it is, right? They have the same amount of sugar. So don't just drink fruit juice, eat the fruit. The fruit is going to be much better for you, okay? Supplements versus fruits and vegetables. Remember, there's no supplement hardly that benefits anybody. In some cases iron, in some cases calcium, and in most cases we should just be aware of our B12 and just take a supplement. Not because we may not need it, but at least just to make sure. Okay, that's the only supplements you're going to really need. But everything else, if they sell you a supplement from a tomato, they want to sell you lycopene or vitamin C or vitamin E or any of those other supplements, bogus. Just eat the fruits and vegetables and whole grains and lentils and seeds, and you're going to get all that stuff. Because in every case, the supplement is shown not to be beneficial, but the whole foods are shown to be beneficial. Okay, that's where the benefit comes from. There's more than just a vitamin. There's lots of things, thousands of substances that are actually benefiting you when you eat the fruits and vegetables. Okay, so I come from an Indian background. People eat a lot of sweets and fried foods and whatnot. They may be vegetarian, but they lose the benefit because they eat so much dairy and saturated fat and animal protein from the dairy, and also eat a lot of these fried foods and sweet foods. So you can have a plant-based diet, a vegan diet that's really bad for you if you're overdoing it on these things and not getting enough of the things that you really need. Okay, so watch for that. Of course, that applies for no matter what diet you have, but if you want to get the really high benefits of a plant-based diet, then let's optimize this. So the references for every single video that I have are going to be downloadable from the description box, where you can click and download the entire set of references, and then just scroll down to the relevant references. If it's a video on diabetes or cancer or something like that, scroll down to the relevant section and take a look at the references that I'm speaking about. In my videos, I'll generally discuss one reference, but it's going to take too long to discuss 10 references and you'll be bored out of your mind. So I'll discuss one, and then you can go into the reference list and look at more references that are talking about the same topic. And it's important not just to have one reference, but to have multiple references that discuss a topic, because then you're seeing that different studies are being done in different places by different people, and they're getting similar results that are reinforcing each other. Okay, so that's another good thing to look at.